we're talking about the New Republic, right? When the democracy of Nigeria kind of started. So at this time, you can say Nigeria has gone into another phase of origin. And Oga, 1999 is when Obasanjo came in. It's important that we have this parallel conversation because Oga had been going through this hard journey of integrating back after the war, right from 1970.
Yes.
And I Chota is jail back into because all the time if you have a divorce, like your wife or your husband comes back, there's an integration time. So as we're integrating, 1999 comes, we have this new democracy, and we are seeing appointments now, they are left and right on Digo. It was with emotions. We must restore. And Ogote Masop. And at the time that's Indigo and when an opportunity to say, okay, integration that we are trying to do on our walk or on our walk, we have not had time to sit and have that conversation amongst ourselves. Wazike Bido Masop. Between 1999 and 2006, there's not one good thing that any Igbo person did during that time. Okay? Because I needed that time. So yes. We didn't do it in real time. I was already in America, right? So, but I would read newspapers. And one of the challenges there, not newspapers, but like when you hear your uncles talk about what's going on in Nigeria, one of the things that made myself not be as destructive was because the internet wasn't what it is today then. So we were able to look at those as in the world when for freedom. But that time, nobody was saying they were assault or they were BIAFRA. People could make the distinction they were Igbo because Igbo people can look politically and see representations of them in the government. Meanwhile, one night, people say one night, they are crying in Nigeria. In this state where you are seeing representations of you in the government and seeing a way in and a way out. But you're doing succession at the one end. So at the time you're talking about succeeding, one man was it's not one man. You're on a and you're and you have fake passport. I may be up on the Nigeria. Kendi on a Patarego for plate numbers and all of those things in people. And make sure that the how I gank again.
So I greet you, Biafrans. I greet you, lovers of freedom. I greet you depending your time zone or anytime you are coming across this video. Please, we are still having low viewers. Please help me like this video. You share this video. You comment. You understand? So that I want to do this now before fundraising. I want to do this before fundraising. No, today is Saturday. Fundraising. So this video, this is Yam Baba. Yes, Chijoke. well, let me not blame Chijoke much because I believe he's doing his business. But since Chijoke bring this criminal they call Udele into his distance, you see, I don't see any reason that will make Chijoke to bring Ekperima. That Ekperima they call Udele. We be say if I am opportuned, Kanje de Beba, a while ago. But this woman, I believe, say some of us might have seen this woman on social media before. Yes, I believe I have seen this woman on Facebook. The truth is that I know they follow any person where they against this freedom or against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, against those that is championing this freedom. E get wetin this woman they talk here. Wetin this woman they talk here, if you listen to this woman, the perspective she's viewing this Biafra from, I believe I am not comfortable with it. And that's why I say make I do this live broadcast before fundraising. You understand? Yeah, before then, Charles Richard, he said, good afternoon, Mazi Zekona son, official. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Charles. God bless you. You're welcome. Oh, please don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. It is very, very important that we share this video. But this video is too long. This video particularly is about 2 hours, but I just want us to pick from exactly from where I want to react on before we'll now maybe stop, because if you have to react on this video, you take a lot of time. Okay, but Chijoke, Joke. Now, wow. Although no problem, I don't blame you, Sha, because you are in your business. You understand? But the situation whereby you are bringing those that is against Biafra freedom, I am not comfortable with it. You understand? If you truly want to play vice versa, yeah, as you are bringing those that is against Biafra freedom, then bring those that is in for the freedom, so that you see the reason why some of us are doing what we are doing. You understand? But this woman is forgotten to know that we are not talking about Biafra because maybe Nigeria is facing economic challenges, or maybe because of their fraud, maybe their corruption. You understand? If it is because of their corruption, somebody can suddenly get into the system and change the system. But the situation where we are into right now is not what to write home about. Just imagine yourself. Imagine what is going on in Iran, where the world powers are trying to dismantle their terrorism. Exactly what is playing in Iran is exactly what played in Afghanistan and what is playing in Nigeria presently. This woman are not seeing it in that angle, but she's seeing it in the angle of a kind of we are destabilizing Aligbo. There is not how you get up and fight for freedom, you think you will remain the same. It's a lie. But when Chijoke asked him a question, asked this woman a question, I thought he asked him, Chijoke asked this woman from maybe our internal leader Ojukwu, Owazirike, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to Simon Ekpa, but she ignored the part of our internal leader Bino Ojukwu, started from Owazirike to Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. she forgot to start from the beginning, because if she starts that question from the beginning, she will definitely get it right. Because after 1967 history, if you calculate from 1967, 1970, 1970 to 1980 to 1990, you know, earlier 90s, Abi, is it earlier 90s or late 90s Wazirike started? But at the time, Wazirike dropped. Then if you check the years between, from the gap from our leader Maazi, our internal leader Ojukwu, to 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 um, to Wazirike, you will see that it is not that much. It is not that much gap. You understand? If you check the gap between Wazirike to our leader Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will see that there is not much gap. Then if you check the gap from our leader Maazi Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa, you will see the you will see that there is not much gap. So right from, in fact, when I listen to this woman need to go back from the drawing board. I hate when I see, because there is enough time here. This video is about 2 hours, and there is enough time here for this woman to pinpoint some things that will make her stop blaming somebody like Wazirike, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Simon Ekpa. Because the question, the reason why I'm just taking time to let you know this is because we may not go back where Chijioke ask her what she think about Ojukwu, Wazirike, Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Simon Ekpa. But instead of her to start, because if she maybe she started from the Ojukwu, she may not have maybe to blame Wazirike, Simon Ekpa, and Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? So Oliver also, Oliver, you're welcome. Oliver, you're welcome. So I just see this video and say, let me talk about it. Then I will like you now to listen and hear a question from Chijioke to this woman about Maazi Nnamdi Kanu. From there, she said a lot of things that you and I will need to look into. Please, what I want you to help me do in this video is to like, comment, and share this video to reach other Biafrans. But, well, I don't blame Chijioke much, because Chijioke, I mean, Chijioke Gwendo, I think, Yambaba, he's in his business, you understand? And any person weighing like, now he go bring into his studio or into his podcast. But when he's doing this, he needs to kind of, as you are bringing the enemies of those as you are bringing those that against Biafra restoration, against anything about Biafra, he's supposed to also bring those who want Biafra. You understand? So that you and I may not see him as one of the enemies. You understand? So that we not see him as one of the enemies. Because to be sincerely with you, I have to repeat it again. To be sincerely with you, if you maybe you are seeing it, maybe if we do it like this, we'll deal with Nigeria and move on with Nigeria. You need a psychiatrist doctor to test your brain, because if you watch what is going on now, what is going on in Iran, where two countries face one country, and they are not shaking. Like the news I saw this evening, maybe when I come live in few hours, maybe in the evening, then we have to torchlight that. A video I see this morning where Iran executed teenagers, three teenagers. And if you monitor, if you watch that and watch what is going on in Nigeria, of course that is just exactly because zoo cannot execute people publicly. They will a kind of secretly execute you or dump you where you will be useless, or dump you where you will buy and they will go and throw you away. So I want you now to listen to Chijioke and this woman so that you will understand. There is a question Chijioke asked this woman about Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Let's listen.
Mention that even abroad and even the diaspora now support to be and as our elders continue to look in silence, and what an elder can see sitting down, you cannot see from the highest because when the elders sit at home and the goats delivered in captivity, though will still repeat the same thing, and they will still do it until they are in captivity. So when our elders and our red cap chief wearing elders and chiefs and high chiefs and all of these titles sat quietly, it got up to this point where should we as a people be confused about our identity as a people? And this is my question for anyone who's listening to this or who will listen to this at any point in time.
I am looking for exactly
you that's in your page now.
This.
You now have to question whether you are an Igbo person or a Biafra.
Because I don't want us to take much time here.
That we must die for it. What has Biafra brought in terms of our unity, in terms of our progress, that we must surrender our sex, surrender our reason, and surrender our lives for it. If we got us Biafra or death, because of what these truths that are self-evident, only would wow no more. We need that something has gone awry. Things have fallen apart, and I don't think the centers can hold if we continue to and continue the way we have been going.
Dalo, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's talk about...
This is where Chijioke asked her about Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. This woman said a lot about Maazị Nnamdi Kanu that I want us to listen to. You understand? As they are saying something, we have to point out something that makes us maybe doing what we are doing. You understand? We are not talking about Biafra because we hate anybody. But we are talking about Biafra because we don't want to be held captive or maybe to be a slave. If you remember the history of our people that is being taken to slavery on their way in the middle of the sea, they said instead of them to become a slave to anybody, it's better they buy inside that sea. Suddenly, all of them be in chain into the sea. So we don't have to be a slave to anybody. I don't really want to begin to look for videos where these people said when they capture you, and you have seen how they are buying people. You have seen what is going on in Iran and Iran, America, and Israel. You have seen what happened in Afghanistan, and I've seen what is going on in Nigeria. If you see those Afghanistan and Iran. See those two countries and Nigeria. You see that similar thing is playing in those three countries: Iran, Afghanistan, and Nigeria. And you want to be comfortably be with the so-called the zoo. My dear sister, if you want to be with the zoo, no problem. But you that is saying this now is in America. According to you, you've grown up in America. You don't know what we are seeing at home. You don't know how we feel when we are trying to travel from one different location to another. You don't know who will see you and capture you and buy you like a goat. You don't know even the road they are planning to move around themselves. The motor can somersaulted, anything can happen. There are a lot of things is there to remove you as a human being. So let's hear from this woman.
The man, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, MNK. Do you have any relationship with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in a way? Have you met him? Do you have an encounter with him?
Yeah. I knew him between 2013 and 2014. I had an early interaction with Radio Biafra because he saw the things I was writing on Facebook, and sparked a friendship from there that led into a relationship. And then at some point in 2014, I went to Nigeria to document the cenotaph that was being built in the honor of those who died in the war. And it was that visit that led to discovery and led to finding out a lot of the things that I later came and shared in that same year about the future of Radio Biafra, the plans that Kano had, that they were not of good, and they were not going to be to the benefit of Igbo people. And I think I have been right.
When you talk about from friendship to relationship, so that you wouldn't be quoted out of context, people are saying that you were his girlfriend or that you guys had something?
Yes, I dated him.
Okay. At least to actually put that.
At that time, he wouldn't go by name. His name was Kenny then.
You said?
His name was Kenny then, not Nnamdi.
Okay, Kenny.
Kenny.
Okay, Kenny, like Kenneth.
Yeah, but Kenny. Kenny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, him as a person, what would you say you have against him, or maybe how he went about his operations? Where did he get it wrong? Was there a point in time that he was actually doing it well? Was there any point in time? And at what point he just Simba? Go ahead.
So, like I said, by 2012, when the Radio Biafra started, I had no idea about the radio station. So around maybe, I think it's probably like around maybe late 2012 or 2013, he had sent me a message on Inbox and asked if I had listened, if I knew about Radio Biafra. Again, Radio Biafra at that time wasn't really popular, so I didn't know about it. So they have news, like news programs, just like this, like 3 hours, 2 hours news programs. So I tuned in, and it was literally just talking about the issues going on, like news, like you would go through newspapers from the dailies, that Igbo people. So at that time, it was Radio Biafra. He was just the director of this online radio station. So when you would tune in, you would see people like this. Chipo Denibo, he was one of the broadcasters during Radio Biafra. He'd come on the radio and tell us stories about the war. Tell us Makukifo. They did a lot of those things.
Wow.
And they also played old songs like Chimeze,
Osadebe,
and all of those. Oliver, one of my dad's favorite. So and it would just be a couple of hours a day. So at that time, there really was no sign of anything. In fact, by the time I started listening around that early 2013, when you go on the radio, you would just basically like log into a link, and you would just listened to the broadcast. It was like the first podcast. It was like a podcast. And people would call on, and really one of the things that we spoke about a lot was the second generation of Ndigo, like people like me who, grew up here and needed to hear more history about Aligo. And that's one of the things that attracted me to the platform. By 2014, so he would come to the US, every now and then, and do his shows from here as well, and then visits a lot of people in the diaspora, just basically talking about the radio station. So it was basically a radio station at that point. By 2013, there was a big fundraiser for building a cenotaph. And this cenotaph was funded by people in the diaspora. And at that time, I already had a platform. Like I said, I'm one of the OGs of Facebook.
You are, of course.
Platform that I do now, actually, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
So, my platforms, tell my cousins, tell my friends, tell my American friends, donate to this cause.
If you search this woman on social media, everything she talk on her platforms is how they cannot destroy Aligo. How, in fact, there is nothing she's saying in her platform, because I think I have come across her platform before. How in fact, everything some other enemies are doing is what she's doing in her own platform. You understand? But let's keep listening to her.
We have in America, and the Biafra War happened, and we don't have a memorial to represent and remember those who died. So there was a huge fundraising, and that 2014, May 30th, was going to be the ribbon cutting and the launching of this cenotaph. So I went to Nigeria. Flew myself to Nigeria. Kenny was already then he went by Kenny, was already in Nigeria at the time. This cenotaph was going to be built in a place called Uweron. If you're from Enugu, there's a place called Uweron. It sits basically at the center, where if you stood up there, you could see the city, the skyline, and all of that. So it was going to be built here. And I told a lot of my followers that I was going to Nigeria. So they knew about the relationship. It was like, semi-public. So they knew that I was there. So I went to Nigeria to document this process with the cenotaph. At the time, Ndigo abroad were, donating money, like 500,000, 250,000, 150,000. I know Gahon here in 2013, 2014. So you know that the money was a little bit hefty then. So that's okay. That's not a good. I still have what 500. That's okay. And now I have, but there are families that died. That didn't get silver with 250 and then bronze was 150. So donated money. A lot of people who lost their people donated money. So when I got to Enugu, I got there maybe a week before the memorial was supposed to be opened. I went to the site, and I see activity there, but I wasn't seeing any cenotaph. I wasn't seeing, for my own failure, I also didn't see any architectural design or any what do they call it? When the architects they make a mold and stuff, or they kind of design. I didn't see any design. So was something that was just like one decade. They had pillars and wearing a bird that looked like paper mache. And I remember asking that time, like, this thing looks very American. They said, oh, it was just a mold standing for the ribbon cutting. But it will be finished, it will be finished for like 6 months. So we were going to launch it, and people were going to, so I documented the process. And then a couple of days later,
sorry, this woman here, according to her story here, the money they are contributing to, maybe during the time our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting. According to her here, maybe, according to her, she's saying that maybe the money that they are contributing then is not because they want to use it for Biafra. Maybe they want to use it for make a league go better and all this. But I think when our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started this, he started telling you that Fulanis are coming. He started telling you the need that we should be contributing money to defend our land in future. There is no time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come as in maybe to make a Igbo or Nwajani. At a time he started saying another thing. Our leader come because of Biafra. Every broadcast of him is about Biafra and how to defend Ali Igbo in future, how to defend Biafra land in future, and how you should contribute money in order to defend our land in future. But here now, this woman is telling us that money, they are contributing the money, a kind of maybe tomorrow or next, they will come and launch it and all those kind of things. If you listen to this woman here, you know that there is lies into what she's saying. You understand? Because you and I know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started with Biafra. And when he's broadcasting in London, he's talking about Biafra. Why did they make a move to arrest him for the first place in airport? The reason is because he's talking about Biafra. Our leader never come out one day to say maybe Unwachani. At the time he switched to Biafra. No, he started with Biafra. And that is why the day he's coming to Nigeria, he announced it. Immediately he dropped in airport. They arrested him. Here now, this woman is telling you how there was contributing money to Mazen, maybe to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. At the time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started using the money to buy. Let's hear from her. Because let's hear from her.
There was a call that somebody had gone to that place to destroy the system. Now, mind you, I didn't see a cenotaph. What I saw was a pillars, one deck, and that's ugly bird on. From the time, this was like first week of June, a couple of days after the lunch, somebody comes and tells him that I gotta go destroy the place. They went there, did investigation, and that day something switched because that day is when I saw the lie. They went on the radio. He said that Wazirike and the Nigerian government had come and destroyed this thing, and that's not what had happened. In fact, at the point where he made that declaration, it hadn't become very, very clear, but it was clear that it wasn't those two people. It wasn't Wazirike. I'm not a big fan of Wazirike, but I can't say that it was him, right? But prior to that, it was said, oh, Nigeria, he came with the Nigerian government to destroy. So I saw the thing that I hadn't seen prior to that, and I saw it because I had already seen the structure. Oboro structure, I want to much have pillars. You know those pillars, they have irons in them, like rocks in them. So Oboro with a hammer to break. You will need to have heavy machinery to go and like I don't know how to explain, like akupi, like it goes there. He was on the radio and he said that. So I remember asking, like, you know, how they knew that it was Wazirike, because I had overheard other things that it wasn't. So that's when I knew that something was off. And then I was like, if it was Nigerian government, the May 30th remembrance was in all the dailies. So why didn't they come with police on the day and Osasiaya that day? Why did they have to wait a couple of days? I didn't get a satisfactory answer from Mr. Kano. And it now triggered something, because now I had already gone and told people online that I was going to document this documentary on it about building of the cenotaph. I had already also told people to donate money from the diaspora to this cause. So, and I'm animal to our people name. Eventually, yes. So when I started asking questions, I didn't get the answers. I'm going to travel, and when I come back, I'm going to do all of the information you need. And so I started looking for my own information. It was during that time that I found out that Radio Biafra was actually registered as an LTD, as opposed to the org that he said it was. When you register organizations like that, you're supposed to register them as an org, an organization, as opposed to like a limited liability company that is owned by a person. Yes. So it was during that discovery that I found that out, and it now triggered a whole series of events that led to the conclusion that and at that time it started to become obvious too, based on the lies, that this thing has some self-determination.
I think you hear. I think you hear her. I think you hear her. According to what she's saying here now, she's trying to tell us that when she's contributing money to our leader Mazen Namdekana, she never knew maybe they were contributing. Oh my goodness. They were contributing money. According to what I said before, she thought maybe to contribute money to make a live, do this and that. But suddenly, Mazen Namdekana started using that money to purchase arms. This is where I said that this woman is lying. This woman is lying because, according to what you said, you started listening to Mazen Namdekano maybe 2011, 12, or 13, or thereabout also. Maybe then you started listening to Mazen Namdekano. He's telling you about only Igbo. He's not talking about Biafra. But because I know that you and I that is watching me here know that Mazen Namdekano, let me repeat it again. Mazen Namdekano started about Radio Biafra with telling you about Biafra. He's telling you about Biafra. Mazen Namdekano never started maybe with Umajane, as some of us are claiming now. Umajan of 18. He never come for any program to talk about Umajane. Maybe at a time he switched to Biafra. Right from the beginning, even because if you started this video from the beginning, you will hear where this man, Chijioke Gwendo, asked this woman, what she think about Ojukwu, Wazirike, Mazen Namdekano, Simon Ekpa. You understand? But instead of her to start from Ojukwu, she started from Wazirike. And when you start from Wazirike, you hardly get to the root. You understand? She started with Wazirike. Then you forgot to know that Mazen Namdekano removed himself from Wazirike when he noticed that Wazirike is not in line with what they plan. Is not in line to get Biafra anymore. That is what makes Mazen Namdekano remove himself from Wazirike. If some of us don't know, Mazen Namdekano is one of Wazirike's boy then. Is one of Wazirike's boy. But when he noticed that Wazirike is not in line with to bring Biafra, Mazen Namdekano removed himself. That is where Mazen Amdekan is telling you that women peed on him. The kind of insult to assaulted insult to him. You understand? So this woman coming here to tell us that maybe Mazen Amdekan suddenly started using the money to purchase arm is a kind of, she's lying. Because Mazen Amdekan, I know, immediately he left Wazirike. I believe Mazen Amdekan left Nigeria to where he is. And when he started talking about Biafra, he started telling you that he wants Biafra, he wants to remove from Nigeria. And from that time, he's telling you that the Fulanis are coming. He started telling you that Fulanis are coming. And at the time, he started telling us how we should be contributing money. And that money we are contributing is to take care of our land in future. So this woman coming here to tell us that maybe suddenly Mazen Amdekan started using the money they are contributing to go and launch one thing in Igbo land. It's just a kind of, oh my goodness. Why is it that some of our people, some of all these people that is against Biafra cannot open their mouth and say truth for once? If you listen to this woman now, you know that she's lying. They are contributing. What exactly makes you they contribute money to Mazen Amdekan? Because according to you here, you said Mazen Amdekan is talking about Biafra when you know him. Then suddenly you started contributing money to him to do what? Continue lying. Yeah? Let's hear her.
Negotiation. IAGF highlighted the Igbo grievances and Igbo marginalization, and all of those things Igbo people have been aggrieved about. It was no longer about that. So I came back to the US after an attempt on my life. The house that I was in Enugu was set on fire while I was in it. I survived that, and I came back to the US.
Wow.
And then I did the now notorious interview that some of you saw in 2014. I was explaining the same thing I'm explaining now, but also saying that, you know, from what I found out, it was a money-making scheme. There was no that was coming. There was no plan to do that. In fact, back then, there was no violence that I saw, so I can't speak to that. But a year after, we then saw he came to America and started asking for arms.
What you are trying to tell us is that
but yeah, so since 2014, I started speaking on the things that I spoke on, the things that I, you know.
The only thing is that, but it is better when these people is lying, that you and I should know the truth. It's only the truth can set us free. What you are trying to tell us now is that there is need to forget about Biafra, and oh, God forbid for us to live about Biafra. And this woman, according to you, from where I watched this video from, saying that, oh my goodness, in fact, if Ronda, oh, you want range way, I like Charom ka Chijoki Gwendo. She made this podcast. I like Charomia because most of yearly London within her podcast and keep as well. Most of them that is on they are against Biafra. Most of them, like you were when you udele into your podcast. Why now? Bidokoba, Like as if she's the only one with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu then. Like as if she's the only one with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that know everything about what happened then. Don't worry. Echi balata. Anu balata echi bunta. Abuna. This zoo must collapse, and one or two things must happen in the zoo for people to live. Because most of you living in America, some of you living in America, your type and the so-called Kadika bread, big loaf, Seniabo priest, Yana for mafia. Nka na-egbuarị ndị be anyị na n'ọnụ nzuzu anụ na-ezuzu enwebero Maazị Nnamdi Kanu emetụbere aka na arms. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu only created the Eastern Security Network to defend our land until the zoo politicians created the counter distance in order to tag Eastern Security Network bad name. Unu na-afunda na eche na ha bụ ezigbo ihe n'obi ebe ndị Igbo nọ. Akwasị eburu anything good n'obi about Igbos. They don't carry anything good in Igbo's mind. Like this man now, this man a na-akpọ Chijioke Igwendụ na nke ikpeazụ a ọ na-egosi na ọ ba ego n'ụgbọ ndị Sabo, because most of things, because in na this podcast na nke now bụ na ọ nọ na Nigeria na ya na this woman nọ outside the country na-ekwu ịghọta. Ọ nọ na this podcast na-agwa nwaanyị okwu. Why can't she use this opportunity as well to talk to Ngozi Orabueze or to talk to other people that is talking about Biafra? If she's claiming, if Chijioke is claiming that he's not doing any mago, makana nka obido na kikpazo oga amakwa m ka oga eshiwe eme o no na o kwesiri wepu aka enwe n'ofe. If you want to play this game at this point in time, because you are in Igbo land, at this point in time you need to play a centered game. All the saboteurs, those that is against Biafra freedom, into your podcast. Makana enwekwere ndị ọ na-ewute. Enwekwere ndị amamwanya na they see this woman on Facebook sometimes. Ije na Facebook ọ ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu shi we damage ala Igbo ka ọ nọ n'elu. Exactly nke anọ America raka big loaf bụ priest. Kedafia self, Kedafia have forgotten his name. Ihe nwanyị na-eme ka daman na-eme fanu delefa na-eme. Ifu dele na-eme ka this woman na-eme. Ife nke anọ na South Africa as na ọ na-akwa nwoke na-eme. Exactly, ndị abụọ ndị nọ na the same group. If you trace well now, you know that this woman is in the same WhatsApp group with those guys. And the Chijioke is going from their platform to another, into their platform, bringing them in his podcast. It is unfair because this one that Chijioke started now, I don't know how it will end, but Chijioke needs to do something. If you claim truly you are not against this struggle, you are centered, because for me here, I believe you're a journalist, you understand, you're doing your work. But for you to begin to kind of bring all the people that is against Biafra freedom means that too, you are against Biafra freedom. And truly, it will not end well. It will not end well, though, Because me, you are seeing here, I am on social media like you. I am not one of those that in fact, I am not even in Nigeria. But for you, this one you're playing here now, this game you're playing, Chijoke, is unfair. My brother, you need to retract your step, because if you didn't play well, truly, I don't know how it will end. But if I should tell you this, as they are bringing the enemies of Biafra, please do well to bring those that stand for Biafra. Ask them why they are talking about Biafra, which you, Chijoke, know. You, Chijoke, you know why people that is talking about Biafra is talking about Biafra. You know. It is not that you don't know, but you decided to, this time around, to start bringing the enemies, those that is against Mazen Namdekano, those that is against Simon Ekpa, those that is against Ojuku, those that is against Wazirike, those that is against Ngozi Orapeze, and those that is against everything about Biafra. Bringing them into your podcast, and you think people are happy with you. As you're bringing those people, try to bring those that is talking about Biafra, because the reason why you're doing this is so that I don't know what is in your mind. But for me, if I should to say, I would say that maybe you are doing this so that Nigeria or the politicians will recognize you. Do not do anything. Do not use your podcast against Biafra struggle, because I am not seeing it end well. Ezenwife, you're welcome. Ndubisobi, good afternoon. You're welcome. So this time around, I don't know what is wrong with Chijoke Igwendo. This game he started playing this time around is no good, and he will definitely disturb him in one way or the other. Whoever know Chijoke Igwendo should call him back, because it's unfair. This woman, I know her. This woman, everything he talk in his program is about how they can destroy the Igbo, how Biafra is not what Igbos need, how Biafra should do this and do that to be part of Nigeria. How do you want us to be part of zoo? A country. I don't need to begin to explain things about the zoo to you. If you know what is going on in Iran, and you know what is going on in what has happened in Afghanistan, that is exactly what is going on now in zoo. And you people are shying away from all those things. We are not talking about the corruption. We are not talking about the corruption. We are not talking about the what is it called, the terrorism. Maybe let's just forget about the terrorism. The corruption, we can kind of, even though it's no good, corruption, you understand, we can manage, because we have been managing the corruption right from the 1960s called independence of the zoo. Even though we know that there is nothing like independence there. We, the masses, have been managing the corruption. We have been managing the bad road. We have been managing no good education. We have been managing what is it called? No good hospital and all that kind of thing you can talk of. We are not talking. We are just doing whatever we are doing without minding all those things, until you people bring terrorism into it. Until the zoo bring terrorism into it. Why zoo bring terrorism into it? That's what makes us say no. And exactly what is playing in Iran Afghanistan. Check it in Nigeria. There is those Iran executed teenagers. They executed three teenagers. They executed recently. Yesterday, publicly, and those three teenagers, according to what I hear, they say they are public figures, and that is one of the reasons why America is fighting them. And that was one of the reasons why Israel is fighting them. And if you check that thing that just happened this morning, yesterday, it is in Nigeria. The difference between Iran and Nigeria is that Nigeria cannot do their own publicly. They will do it secretly. They go execute you secretly. The way they will execute you, nobody will talk about you. Nobody will give account of you. Nobody will talk anything. They will not even agree that they have seen somebody like you. This reminds me of a story of Anini, even though I was very tender during the reign of Anini. What make Anini become Anini? According to the story I had, is it not that his younger, whether his younger brother or his senior brother, I don't know. All I know is that his senior brother was arrested by police for maybe the person thief. I don't know if it is robbery or maybe stealing. Maybe they arrested the guy. When they called, and the so-called Anene is negotiating with the, I don't know if it is Lagos, maybe I don't know if it is a Panti or Alagbo, one of this state CID, whether federal CID, state CID, I don't know. On that process, they tell that guy to go and bring money to bury his brother. Before that guy could go and come back, they have exchanged his brother to free one hardened criminal. From there, that guy sworn that whatever will happen, let it happen. That is where, according to a story where I hear, nobody say I was very tender then. That is where Anini started his robbery. And you see this in this story I am telling you now. It is happening now. It is happening as I am speaking. Exchanging human being to free a hardened criminal. In zoo, it is happening as I speak. Many people that is being jailed, if you go to their prison, in Nigeria prison today, as I am speaking to you, go there and ask many people that is in Nigeria prison today, ask them what happened, why are they in the prison? Some of them don't know. Some of them don't know. Some of them, there is nothing criminality you can find. There is that what lead them to be in prison. Nothing. And from those innocent people, sometimes they use them to exchange a hardened criminal. This thing I am saying, you may think I am lying, but that is what is happening. Na money, then go free a hardened criminal. Use an innocent person, exchange him or her. Nigeria, many people that is in prison today in Nigeria don't even know why they are in prison. That's why some videos, maybe some videos you see, sometimes you hear something like, they raided me, I was going to my shop, or I am coming back from market, they raided me. from there they dump me. And if they want to wicked you as an Igbo person, they will tag you IPOB. Immediately they tag you IPOB, whether you are a reverend father or you are whoever you may call yourself. Oh God, forget that. It is only by the special grace of God you will survive. Most of our people that is being locked up today as I speak in zoo, their only offense is that they are Igbo. And you that is claiming that you are not Igbo, that is a fair. God bless you. Thank you so much. You that is claiming that you are not a Biafran, see the same measurement. Do not think maybe you maybe as I am claiming not to be a Biafran, if Zoo want to wicked you, then can tag you anything. Go to their, if you are doubting what I am saying, go to their prisons. Go to their prisons. If you get opportune, ask those that are prisoned, why are you here? You will see that many of them that is being prisoned don't commit any offense. But because some of them is offense that they find out that he's an Igbo person. Some of them where don't fight today, they use, see, may God forbid the zoo. This woman where you see here, you can go to Yam Baba's podcast to listen to the trash this woman is talking. When I am listening to this woman, see, I got pain because this woman, this guy they call Yam Baba, if Yam Baba claim he's not an enemy of Biafra, he should not be bringing only the enemies of Mazen Amdekana and this struggle to his podcast, because definitely, okay, maybe leave. Definitely, okay, maybe okay here. Because if you are claiming that you want to play a right game, bring somebody into your podcast that is talking about Biafra. Bring Ugoza Rabeze into your podcast. Let's see. Bring any person you know that is a real, genuine Biafran. But if truly you are doing the right thing, bring Ngozi Rabeze into your podcast. Because I believe, according to you here now, I believe you can bring any person into your podcast all over the world. According to this particular podcast now, bring Ngozi Rabeze into your podcast. Ask her, why is she talking about Biafra? Bring any of us that is talking about Biafra into your podcast. And Chijoke, you will not shy away that you are not seeing what is going on in Zoo. You will not shy away that you are not seeing what is going on in Iran. You should not shy away that you did not see what has happened in Afghanistan, and you never try to shy away that if you combine that together with what is happening in Nigeria, that you are not seeing that it is the same. And this woman should not come and tell me that the zoo maybe we should try to change corruption. Corruption is not even, because you and I know that we grow in Nigeria to see ourselves be in a corrupted country, a sick country. Since I was born to this age I am now, I have never had anything good about the zoo. That's why I hear some people said, let's make Nigeria great again. And then I think, is Nigeria great before? Is there any time Nigeria had a steady light before until at a time they stop having a steady light? Is there any time maybe Oga, whether you like it or not, what have left Nigeria? Have left zoo. And our prayer, there is video I am trying to post now. There is video I am trying to post. If you listen to the analysis of this guy concerning the rally more documentation about the zoo he presented recently in White House to Trump, the outcome of that presented documentation he presented to Trump, I believe this in somehow. I believe this somehow that they're about to recolonize Nigeria, not to divide Nigeria. I said, God, I beg you. God, I beg you. Recolonization. I don't want anything concerning, as in, although we are praying, what you should be doing now is to pray. Because if anything make the Iran hands off any moment from now, the next is zoo. We need to pray. Pray in the name of what you believe on. Pray in your own way. Because we need to leave the zoo. We need to leave the zoo, no matter how, anyhow. We need to leave the zoo. See, honorable, sometimes I be alive like this. My head go full. I don't know. I know they know where to kind of start from. My head go swell up like this. I know they know where to start from because the zoo, whatever will make that country go down is what I stand for. I don't know how I will come out tomorrow to begin to heal and begin to call myself a Nigerian again. If I see what is going, oh my goodness, if I see, sometimes I sit down like this, they see waiting they happen in the midst of us in this struggle. What exactly is our problem? What exactly is our problem? Why can't we come together? Not even to come together ourselves. I am not talking about the come together part. What I am talking about is because wherever you know, say you now there you think say you bring Biafra, you put head. But to me, I did for USB. You understand? My problem is those who were Biafra as a business. That is only my problem. That were Biafra for business. And those people that are seeing some of us that is taking this struggle as a business this thing, and they are there with those guys. In fact, that's the people that is under Anapamishi. If you are talking about Biafra, you are genuinely talking about Biafra. I don't have any problem with you. I don't have any problem with you. But the problem, even as we are speaking, if you check those, maybe if you come down and listen to those that is talking about Biafra, condemning USB, they exactly what they are doing to make Biafra free. you will find out that they're doing absolutely nothing. Or whatever they are doing is how to make sure that they extort money from you. And some of us even don't care. Some of us don't care. If you monitor and look those that is talking about Biafra today, all those groups, you will understand that those groups, they are not genuine. That's why I am against them. If they are doing this thing genuinely, I don't have your time. Oh. I can't condemn you. Like if you go to the so-called IPOB, POS, or whatever, you know, if you go there, you know that they have many fractions, many groups. You will see the groups that those that sold our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will see the groups that is against those that sold Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you will see the group that is against those who is condemning Simon Ekpa and his group. You understand? There is many groups there. When I see that you are not genuine, even though you are not condemning USB, or guys a lie, I must talk about you. I must condemn you. Even if you are genuine and they are condemning USB, or guys a lie. But you have never seen me here call Ogenkere a terrorist. I know that Ogenkere is not a terrorist. You understand? You have never seen me here on my platform call one Insurgent and France a terrorist. A man abuse them. Like a man say across them. I can never call them a terrorist. Call them on what they are. Make it not be like one Insurgent up a awful a terrorist that have never this. I think there is one forensic, whatever they call it. If they normally check your hands, if you have touched gun before. In my life, I have never touched gun. This hand never touched gun before. I never see gun apart from when I see police or army carry gun. I never see gun before. And my hand never touch them. Maybe police drop them, I touch them. I never. So you look at me and begin to call me a terrorist. How? How? Although if you are for freedom, they never call you terrorist. That's to say you are not doing anything. You know, see Wazirike. Can you call Wazirike a terrorist? You can't call Wazirike a terrorist because he's not doing anything. Go read the history of those who fight for freedom. Read the history of Nelson Mandela of South Africa. You will know that they converted their names to terrorists. So for them to call you a terrorist, I didn't see it as an bad thing. You should be happy that they call you a terrorist, because if they call you a terrorist, you know that you are truly doing something. You will know that you are truly doing something. But that's why I like USB and those that broadcasting for USB. They will call you for what you are. Not, we see you as a criminal, we call you a terrorist. It will look like as if we don't know the difference between criminality and terrorism. In order to condemn you, Ngozi Arabese that took over and make sure that everything begin to go the way it's supposed to go. You are calling her a terrorist. onye ọbụla ma nwa amadi a na-akpọ Chijioke Igwendụ should call him back. Onye ma Chijioke kwesịrị ịkwụghachi azụ because unu hụ ya n'ụzọ ebe o shiri na n'ụzọ adịrị ya. No road for this particular place. Ụzọ also now. Ụzọ adịrị ya. Ndị na-eweta na ya podcast na bụ ndị na-eme Biafra attack. Ndị na-etinye the life of our people in danger. You may claim that you are not talking about Biafra. It's a lie. If Zoo have a way to hold you, they will attack you because it is indigenous people of Biafra. You can't shy away that you are not a Biafra. Unlike our people in coastal region, Akufecha or Dalawo. If you deny that they are not a Biafran, after you will trace your lineage to Biafra. You only cha onwegi jecha bini na ishi bini. You see this life. This life get as it be. Get as it be. Stella Azoka, good evening. Good afternoon. You're welcome. You're welcome. Onye ma nwa amadi a si ya na ebe ahụ o shiri n'ụzọ adịrị ya. Chijioke Igwendụ gwana ya na ebe ahụ ọ nọ n'ụzọ adịrị ya. Ihe niile ọ na-akpa abịa his podcast na bụ ndị nọ against Biafra. Ọ ihe niile ọ na-akpọ abịa his podcast na. Ige ntị na ihe nwaanyị a na-aka ebe a na. You can mad that everything this woman is saying here is lies. You know Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from 2011 to maybe 2011, according to what you said, 2012. At the time, you people started to contribute money to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that you people will kind of make a league go better. Before you know what is happening, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started using the money to purchase arms. It shows you lied because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, from the beginning of his broadcast, is talking about Biafra. And not that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu just put a camera on his face, started talking about Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is one of Wazirike's boy. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a top man in Wazirike's group. If you don't know, no. So that you will forget about that 2011, 2012, 2013, when you know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started broadcast. Make it not look like as if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu suddenly brought out camera, begin to talk about Biafra. He started when he's under Wazirike. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started Biafra agitation from Wazirike. Remember that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu once protested for Nigeria to be good. When he noticed that no equatorism, that is better to fight for our freedom than to begin to fight for Nigeria to be good. At the time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu lose interest from the zoo and join Wazirike. Remember, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an Apuga, is a member of Apuga then because of Ojukwu. If some of us, I don't know how you take the search, they do research about your own Biafra. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a member of Apuga because of Ojukwu. After then, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu joined Wazirike. From Wazirike, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started broadcasting that you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when he started broadcasting about Biafra in 2011, that he did. The reason why I'm saying it is so that this woman will stop telling lies against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because as far as I know this woman, if you go to her program on Facebook, because it's only in Facebook I have seen her before. If you go to her program, she's one of those that is condemning our Ojukwu, our internal leader, Wazirike, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and President Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And she's one of those that is condemning anything about Biafra. So if you listen to this woman, you will know that Nwanyia is a member of Udele. Keshe also. Continue South. Nkano na America haka big low fan. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name. Seniabu priest. I'm an Anglican priest or Catholic priest. Or a native doctor priest, I don't know. All the same group. We really work against the Igbo youth. These people are those that is combined together, funding on how to buy Igbo youth. These are the people. And my pains is not that Chijioke bring her into his podcast. But as far as I know, Chijioke is doing his work. Because somebody, all this thing we are doing is a kind of a journalist in low key. But why I am pained about what Chijioke is doing this time around is because Chijioke never bring those that is talking about Biafra into his podcast. He's only bringing those that is against Ojukwu to the present Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala into his podcast. The reason why we should forget about Biafra and face Nigeria. God forbid. God forbid. God forbid. And this woman is trying to tell me she don't know what is going on in Afghanistan. Yes, Iran, Afghanistan, and Nigeria. To see the connection. If you claim you don't see the connection of Iran, Afghanistan, and Nigeria, it means that you are talking about freedom. You're not supposed to talk about freedom. We are not talking about freedom because we hate anybody. We are talking about freedom because we want to be free from terrorism. He's using his podcast against Igbos. He's using his podcast against Biafrans. That's my pains alone. He can bring anybody into his podcast. But stop bringing those that is against the freedom of our people into your podcast. That's my own concern. So I will try to leave you people here. I will try to come live before fundraising. In maybe about 3 hours now, come back live. You understand? In 3 hours time, I will try to come live again. But whoever know this man, Anna Chijoke, I am not against your podcast. I am not even against bringing those that is against Biafra into your podcast. But if you want to play a good game, as you are bringing them into your podcast, bring those that is talking about the Biafra. They are in your podcast condemning. Bring those. Bring Ngozi Rabeze. Bring Ngozi Rabeze. You can't be bringing those that is only condemning Biafra in your podcast, and you will think that people that is seeing what is happening in Iran, in Afghanistan, and in Nigeria will be happy with you. It's unfair. That is my stand. Chijoke, Igwendo, ko Igwodo, Amkena Zazabiko. But I'm sorry if I did not pronounce your name well. So MD first said USB Ebano. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Still Azoka. Our brother Ezemwife. Now, my brother, I don't know what to say about you. I thank you so much for always supporting this channel. It is not even only me. If you go to many platforms, you will see that Ezemwife is always there supporting the platform, making sure the platform grows. Ezemwife, I am not taking this for granted, honestly. I am not taking this for granted. Thank you so much. God bless you. Ezemwife, God bless you. I thank you. May God bless you. Thank you so much. I thank all of you that normally share my videos, like my videos. No matter how you support this channel, honestly, I must tell you, I don't take it for granted. You understand? I don't take it for granted. Please do well to always support this channel anyhow you can. You know that you can, because there is many ways to support this channel. You can support the channel by sharing the video. You can support the channel by commenting, like others that has commented. You can support the channel by liking the video. You understand? So anyhow, you know that you can support this channel, do it. I don't take it for granted. I must tell you the fact. I thank all of you. May God bless all of you, and always be focused. That I don't come live all the time does not mean that I don't know what I'm doing. The only thing is that when after work, I do feel a kind of tired. You understand? That's why you hardly see me come live. I do feel, even to create ordinary video to post. If you notice, you know that even ordinary to post alone is another different wala to me. So please, whatever you're doing, be focused. It's only USB. If it is not USB, it no go fit be like USB. If it no be USB, no go fit be. Because if you check out these groups, you will know that I have said it times without number here about the career agitators. Ndi bara Biafra struggle na wo. Ihe ano na how to extort you. What they will hold hand in order to extort you. And some people are a kind of falling for it. Few people are falling for it. Let me tell you, make I tell you the truth. There is no amount of money that you will bring into all these fractions, all those groups, that will resurrect them to be like USB. Let me repeat. Listen. In case you are one of those that is going to pay into into those groups like all this CRC, 4 Deep, 4 Back, HIV, all those groups, no amount of money, listen to me attentively, no amount of money you will put there that will make them become something more than USB. Maybe let me fund these people so that they will grow more than USB. You are a kind of mmiri na nwa okwute asị na ọ na-asị arụ. If you really that truly you want to Biafra, if you fund USB, funding USB, your fund to USB depends the level you want to USB to be. If you really maybe you need there and you want it, there is kind of funding you will fund USB. You see now, a level of fund it raise to USB. You see that thing, and they will be in a legal part. They shoot for you. But if you are funding those guys, the only thing I see you doing that is that you are kind of enriching them. You are enriching them, a kind of making them to send container, build more houses, and all kind of properties wherever they wish to. Do you think why USB government is seeking for recognition is because of any other thing? It's because we have never laid hand. Any country that recognizes USB now, they will sign treaties that will help Biafra government to purchase any kind of arms. Are you with me? Listen to me. If America recognize Biafra, officially recognize Biafra today, that is to say USB is in position to sign treaty of purchasing arms to defend our land. I don't know if you don't understand what they talk. You understand? But you can't, there is no any amount you fund to those groups that can make them be recognized. There is no money, there is no how you can fund those guys. Maybe for America to sign any treaty with them, or Israel to sign any treaty with them. That's the difference. USB can be recognized Whereas those guys are, I don't know. See, I am sick and tired, and I am making no be like say they come here every time they repeat maybe they repeat what I have said. If you want to fund Biafra now, there is a kind of amount you can fund Biafra now that they can buy jet, buy it like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Buy some many sophisticated damnation. They can confront the zoo. But the situation whereby the 2 naira is supposed to they drop, and you come million Ogbo fufu, Igbo adage. The money we supposed to they contribute together. You think maybe giving it to CROC, GVC, HIV, 4 back, 4 deep, all those rubbish. You think you can fund them? Maybe tomorrow they will become a country, or maybe they will be recognized. I don't know how some of us reason, for God's sake. And if you go meet them, you'll be hearing them saying, they want to Biafra, 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 Biafra. Do you think releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is the only Biafra? They have laid the foundation. Ojukwu laid the foundation. Ojukwu don't go. They have done their own part. Now our own part now we need to do. No be to isobandina were Biafra mere business. Them bara Biafra can walk, barrier na walk, ne Buhari, a kind of hawking Biafra. Imagine hawking. Bru Biafra nisina hawk. Will you buy? Bring money. Oga, don't be stupid. If you no be USB, you no go fit be. And look those groups. Go and check those groups, abeg. Go and check those groups. You will see that, Oga, if truly you are sensitive enough, you will know that those guys, when hatch, they are looking for a way, a kind of to do something that will bring you closer to them, to a kind of where they go and I could remember the time they fall deep, not Brigi. When they fall back after a year, they fall back from USB, then fall back from fall back, then fall deep. I think fall deep. I think they fall deep. Those that fall deep. One woman, but I think she's a woman. No, California. Make I fund for deep, so that for deep can become relevant, so that she can resurrect. She can resurrect for deep. Or wego. Wego. They are actually resurrect for deep. For deep, biakwa divide again. When for deep divided, if you don't want to be Oga Hanacho Ixobe autopilot again. From autopilot, they begin to Oga Mwani Shochana Maziakwa. They are not cooking, a kind of they want to do it. Why put it Ogo Bewera Kwasef or Yeko Pesara? Because the 4 deep are Allah. Who will you hold? they use your brain. Onwere ego nyere ịma mmadụ abụfa ọfanwa bụ ọfanwa bụ GRC ke afafa ịma mmadụ abụ na. Are you not noticing that Mazi Akwa don't they take style, they leave them? Are you not noticing it? Mazi Akwa now is revising to 100 men on the Google before. So somebody that visited our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out recently to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he need 100 men. Mazi Akwa jideshie ike that 100 men only tibukwe. That time one woman no putara half follow deep. And she na fall back follow deep. One woman no putara no ofili no is all about money to make it relevant. That time corner say 100 men. Are you not seeing that Mazi Akwa is gradually removing himself from GVC? A kind of now is a kind of trying to be relevant in the presence of the our leaders Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal counsels. I don't know if you are seeing that. Are you not seeing that? That if you don't know, that thing Mazi Akwa is doing is a kind of showing you a signal that he can decamp from the so-called, what is it called? The so-called the Mamadabu GVC or GVC, HIV, HRC. I don't even know. The truth is that I don't even know. But if you monitor Mazi Akwa now, you will know that you don't show them green light. See, I don't see on a criminality. This is when they get here, you know, get here though. See, I feed the camp to so group. Anya kanji we still know na ndị abo career agitators. They don't like to be where they will be under somebody. Ima could be here since, but some of us don't want to. Some of us don't understand what I'm saying. All these career agitators, they don't want to be where they will be under someone. They will always want to be where they will be at the front. Now, Mazi Akwa now is telling you how you should bring that money. Mazi Akwa is telling you why you should bring that money now. That Nnamdi Kanu said he needs 100 men. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent him 10. Kefundioshi. To talk about 100 men. Now, that 100 men don't come out now. Now, come as in Nnamdi Kanu 100 men. Yeah, age 100 men. And that 100 men, don't be surprised, he's going to be the president of 100 men. I am not telling you this. If you like, believe. You don't like, don't believe. But after Ilechakwanya and Kuchekwaya, the thing will still come as we talk. We don't they tell you Ogenkere na Ekperima. Even if you don't believe that Ogenkere is Ekperima, this woman that just left them recently, recently, that is not up to a month. She left Ogenkere's group. Go and check. Career agitators. They don't want to be where they will be under someone, and they don't want to be where they will not be paid to their satisfaction. They always want to be where you will pay them to their satisfaction. Any day you stop paying them to their satisfaction, they will decamp, trying to put their own group so that you will be bringing that money direct to them. So Mazi Akwa now if you don't know what is going on, you will notice that you don't give them green light. See you, I am leaving you people. Suddenly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something about 100 men, which they say 100 men. What did they say? 100 men. How important it is for you to bring money to make sure that 100 men stand gidigbam. Make you forget about the GVC. Bring the money to him about that 100 men. So if I come and please, can I watch a video? Watch a try to share. Always your opinion always matters. You understand? Thank you for supporting this channel. May God bless you. I don't take this for granted. So we will leave you people here because I believe I will come live before fundraising. Maybe I will be here till when fundraising, before fundraising will come, I will be here until the fundraising starts. So I will end it here to go and come back again. God bless you.